Hello, people of the world. Today, from Mushrooms and Dragons, Episode 8, we go to Africa. And we zoom in on Africa. We go to the Sahara Desert, Western Sahara. And what do we see as we zoom into the Sahara Desert? Kind of looks like a big fish, doesn't it? Well, let's clear all the lines and words out of it. And we're going to take a screenshot of this right here. And then we're going to split the screen, open up the Procreate app. And there's the big fish. We're going to outline the fish. Just real quick. Doesn't have to be anything perfect. Just to show you the big fish. Let everybody see it. Hello, how you doing? Big fish. Now, let's see. I think that fin was up there a little bit like that. Okay, big fish. Now, I already colored it in. All right, so I got the big fish here colored in. It looks pretty good. So why is there a big fish in the middle of the Sahara Desert? Does that make any sense to anybody? Well, first of all, let me start off by saying I did not discover the big fish. Roger Spur from YouTube channel, Mud Fossils University, discovered the big fish. And that is also a channel that I watch every single day. I consider that to be my university that I attend. Roger, thank you. I love you. So we're going to investigate the ancient text and see if we can find out why there's a giant fish in the Sahara Desert. So let's split the screen and go to the search. And what we have here is Loki turns himself into a fish. Loki transforms himself into a salmon while catching a fish. And then down here, number 3, he was eventually locked in a cave with his wife while a snake dripped venom on his face until Ragnarok. That's very interesting. There's a lot going on there. We'll come back to that another day. But that's just, that's one story of a giant fish. I'm not saying Loki is a giant fish in the Sahara Desert, but that could be. Let's see what else we got. We go to here. Namatsu. Namatsu is a giant catfish of Japanese mythology held responsible for creating earthquakes. So the catfish that we have here today do not create earthquakes. And in the picture, you see that there's like a god on top of a cloud, and he's raining down on this giant catfish. So I'm not saying that this fish in the Sahara Desert is a giant catfish named Namatsu. I'm just saying that here's another ancient text from about a giant fish. So we typed in Peng mythology, and it came up Chinese bird that transforms from a kun. Kun being a giant fish in Chinese mythology. And when you come down here, it says, in the northern darkness, there is a fish, and his name is Kun. The Kun is so huge, I don't know how many thousands of measures it is. And then he changes, it becomes a bird, whose name is Peng, and the back of the Peng measures, I don't know how many thousands things across. And when it rises up and flies off, his wings are like clouds off of the sky. All right? So I don't think that the Peng or the what's the other word I was just saying? The Kun. I don't think that the Kun is the giant fish in the Sahara Desert, because it didn't transform into a bird. So let's see what other mythologies we may have. Here we have Maui and the giant fish. Okay. and we come down to the bottom, and it says, over many hundreds and thousands of years, the gullies and the mountains became part of the landscape as we know it today. The birds, the plants, the animals, and the people, they populate the giant fish of Maui. So the Sahara Desert is pretty far away from Maui, so I don't believe this is the Maui fish either. But we're going to continue on with this search to see if we can figure out the giant fish in the Sahara Desert. Next, we typed in Matsaya. Matsaya is the fish avatar of the Hindu god Vishnu. Okay? Matsaya is described to have rescued the first man, Manu, from a great flood. Okay, well, this is, yes, this is very much at the top of the, could be with Loki, as opposed to the rest of them. Well, let's see, who else do we have? The Codex Chimalpopoca is an ancient Mexican codex, which is now lost. And what it says here is how important were the fish to the Aztecs. And down here, I'm going to show a great flood destroys this world, and its people are transformed into fish. So massive is the flood that the mountains are washed away, causing the heavens to crash down upon the earth. Later, from the bones of the fish, people mixed with the potential blood of the gods, the present race of humans are born. So that's pretty wild. It's hard to know which one of these is the giant fish. Okay, so I typed in Typhon turns the gods into fish. Now, from yesterday's episode, I talked about Typhon being the dragon. Here it said Typhon pursued them, causing the gods to transform into animals, all right, and try to lose him, get away from him. But Zeus said that he transformed into a ram, Apollo into a crow, Dionysus into a goat, Artemis into a cat, Hera into a white cow, and Aphrodite into a fish, and Hermes into an ibis. That's all right. So is this Aphrodite? That very well could be Aphrodite. I can't say yes or no, but Typhon being a part of this is very interesting. So we're going to end it there, guys. I love you. Bye.